So not only has it been a minute since I did a post-com video, it has been a minute since I've done the last hidden gem. People have been asking for it. The series will never go anywhere, alright? This is where my channel started. I will always have hidden gems. But in the time off that I've taken from them, so many new cards have dropped, all of them OP in their own way. And I felt it was wrong if I just made everybody wait all this time and only did one card, a sole video on one card, even though that's how I always do it. This video is technically supposed to be about 3 cards, 4 players really, because if you guys haven't noticed yet, this Diamond Rick Barry who I was facing on the other team is casually just going the fuck off on me at this point in the game. I think he had like 32 or something like that. This video is from tier to tier, going from Ruby to Amethyst to Diamond, 3 players that you could pick up to improve your squad depending on your budget. So with that being said, let's start off with the dude that just splashed 2 fucking threes in this boy's eye, Amethyst Iguodala. If you don't know about this card yet, somehow you just probably don't play MyTEAM enough. This card is as hidden gemmy as it's going to get. Lockdown defender with defensive stopper, pick dodger, and I think bruiser, pickpocket, Hall of Fame. And he has a 3-pointer, and he can speed boost and can play not just the 2 or the 3, but the 1 also if you're feeling spicy that day. And let's just put some respect on my boy Iggy's name real quick. Shout out to the days when he was playing with AI on the Sixers. Iggy was a bad boy, son, and he really did give up a lot to be able to just go to the Warriors and be the 6th man. This Iggy card really does him justice. It flashes me back to the days of 2K13, where he could literally do everything and he was one of the best cards to start your MyTEAM with. Whatever kind of diamond team you may have, this Amethyst Iggy is good enough to be on that diamond team, and if he's not on the diamond team and you run into him on the other team, best believe he's going to fuck you up. Just know that. Just know that. And not only is it offensively, I personally think this Amethyst Iggy is one of the best defensive cards in the game right now on the perimeter. He's definitely up there with the Diamond Quai. As you all can see, this Rick Barry was fucking me up so much that I actually had to stick Iggy on him, and he was the only person that was stopping him. There's nothing I could do to stop this Rick Barry. This hidden gem video was 100% hijacked by this fuckboy that shoots underhand free throws. Next up on the list, we have Mr. Handone Mandone Mark Jackson Diamond version. Now, first of all, he has Hall of Fame Dimer. I'm going to say 100% that it is noticeable when you use somebody with Hall of Fame Dimer on the floor. Everybody they pass it to definitely makes way more shots, alright? It's worth it to have somebody on the floor with that badge. And this Mark Jackson, for some reason, I call him Mark Jackson Be Free, because I think they gave him all of World Be Free's dunk packages, and he can 360 and dunk on people for no fucking reason. But other than that, for a small player, he finishes well, and he honestly just gets the job done at point guard. His passes, I throw nothing but flashies, because Mark Jackson was actually a flashy player in real life when he played, and he was one of the great underrated Knicks, in my opinion, great underrated point guard in general, great defensive player. And at the point guard position, he also has, I think, like an 80 rebounding, something like that, in the 80s, something near that. All around, just a solid ass card that you can get for 20,000 MT at the diamond tier, son. Honestly, one of the better cheap point guards in the game, in my opinion. If you watch my streams, you've seen me get worked by Mark Jackson before. If you saw my last stream, I don't know how he dunked on me and won about 3-4 times and carried the team. I don't know how, but he's literally just so good. So good. I don't know why. Him and Iggy in the same lineup actually had a lot of chemistry. I don't know why it worked so well, but Iggy was locking up and both of them kept getting poke-out steals and getting out on a fast break, and I was able to throw flashy after flashy and just pull up for threes all the time. So it was actually a good combination. And believe it or not, for a good stretch, this Mark Jackson and Iggy duo was carrying me in this game where I had like Pink Diamond Duncan and shit. If fucking only 2K would allow me to prosper. Last but not least is this Ruby Jaylen Brun, who I consider basically the Ruby version of the Amethyst Iguodala. Somehow he has like 90 on-ball defense and a 93 pointer, 90 mid-range, and a 95 driving and contact dunk with Hall of Fame posterizer. I don't know who the fuck watches Jaylen Brun over at 2K. I'm convinced that Jaylen Brun himself works at 2K and made this card. There's no other way, there's no other explanation. And if anything, slap a ball control shoe on him, because then he's able to speed boost and sauce like a park player, and then all in all you just have a weapon of mass destruction at the Ruby tier that can basically outperform Amethyst and Diamonds if you're playing cheesy enough. Now, going into the end of this game, things actually got a lot closer than I had imagined them, because I was honestly blowing my boy Threes out real quick with this hidden gem trio. But for some reason, I literally could not stop this Rick Barry. From speed boosting, to mid-ranging, to crossovers, to dunking on my whole goddamn team, to post spinning, I couldn't stop him, son. It was actually incredible. And shout out to Mark Jackson, because even though he doesn't have Hall of Fame flashy, he has done some clean ass passes in this game. Now, remember when I had mentioned earlier in the video that this went from a 3 hidden gem video to a 4? It was specifically in these closing moments. At this point in time, Mark Jackson is still carrying me. Hold that D real quick.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Mark Jackson literally, he had like 14 and 14 by the end of this. So he's playing D at the same time, not just scoring, forcing him to pick up. Even when he passes the ball right here, Mark Jackson says, none of that shit, I see the cut, give me that steal, out on the break, and he's going to score. But then he brings Rick Barry back in, and I didn't know what to do with myself. Literally, when Rick Barry was in, it was his game to win. This 3 with Jaylen felt especially good because he's a Celtics fan and believes Jaylen Brun is the next Kobe Bryant, so I had to give him a pause real quick just to let him know where he stood. And then that's when the Granny Free Throw God King came back in the game. 5-point game with a minute left. Mark Jackson hits this easy layup, and at this point, I'm assuming the game is done. Couple possessions left, waste some clock, GG. I just got, you know, good ass video material and everything. Iggy is on Rick Barry to make sure he can't score. Everything is about as good as it could get in this scenario. He wastes as much clock as possible, knows that I'm dropping off with the contest, hand in the grill, gives me that 3 real quick. Alright, Andre, just don't fuck this up. It's a 4-point game, 30 seconds left. Literally just waste clock. That's your one job. Don't ask me why I made the decision to flashy pass that. I was stunting for the video, stunting for the gram, and this motherfucker with no fear walks up 3. Oh my god. 1-point game when it was already done. I don't know how I choked this. I really don't. 1-point game, he's not fouling actually, and at this point I'm actually on the mic. I'm like, you know I'm up by 1, right? He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm casually dribbling like, okay, the game is over. I give it to Timmy just because he's posting up, and I'm like, alright, so this is just what I'm going to do to end the game. For some reason, somehow, by the act of the 2K gods, he pokes that shit out like he knew it was going to happen. He knew that shit was coming. Good shit, Dumb Dick Dre, and after being up 7 with a minute left, it's a 1-point game with 1.3 seconds left. He cuts on Iggy and gets the last shot. Fuck his feelings, it will not count, it was not meant to be. Rick Barry gives me 50 in vain. And no, children, that is not an exaggeration whatsoever. His Rick Barry actually just gave me 50. I think that's the first time I've been given 50 by a card this year. Last year I was given 50 by Harden, I think 3 to 4 times, and one time was by a girl in Play Now Online. That was actually a funny story. I'm just not going to talk about it ever. But that's the first time someone has given me 50 this year. Thank God he did not actually hit that game winner, because that would have, I wouldn't have even want to edit this video. I would not even want to use this footage, honestly. But definitely shout out to Rick Barry, the underhand free throw god, and shout out to him for being able to do that. Try out one of these cards in these tiers here. If you're not going to use the Jaylen or even the Mark Jackson because there's so many other good point guards, definitely try out the Iggy, and I guess try out that Rick Barry.
This rock, baby, don't stop. Cause your body on fire, you too hot. I can't feel my face, I'm so numb. I'm so wasted, so dumb. I'm shit-faced it, just in case I don't make it. Take my drink, nigga, I'm buzzing. Take my trees, nigga, I'm gone. Take my